A very warm good morning to one and all present here. I welcome the chief guest of today's event, Dr. R.S. Sodhi sir, Managing Director at Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited, Amul, Anand, Gujarat. Our Honorable Director, Sir IFPT, respected speakers, and the dear participants. I really appreciate all of you for taking your time off to be with us for the today's webinar. It is inspiring to share that the today's webinar has been organized under the banner of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, promoting the Atmanirbhar Bharat as part of our scheme PMFME, Prime Minister Formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises. Our today's webinar is on milk processing and value addition. Without taking any further time, I would like to invite Dr. V.R. Sinija Ma'am, Professor and Head, FPBIC IFPT, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Ms. Silky. The most distinguished chief guest, Dr. R.S. Sodhi sir, Managing Director, Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited. Respected Director, Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, Dr. C. Anand Ramakrishnan sir. Eminent speakers from distinguished institutions as well as industries, and participants from across the country, heads of departments of IFPT, staffs, students. A pleasant morning to all. As we all aware, it's almost 1 year has been over after introducing this PMFME scheme by our Ministry of Food Processing Industries with the intention of upgrading the micro food processing enterprises spread across in our country within a span of 5 years' time. So a lot of works are going under this scheme for the whole upliftment of this micro food processing enterprises. And also this year we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of our freedom. So this Independence Day. So like Ms. Silky already mentioned, under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, various departments as well as ministries are organizing various activities. So under PMFME, we are organizing this ODOP webinar series, that is One District, One Product webinar series. So this is the 5th webinar IAFPT is organizing under this scheme. Previously, we have done with millet processing, onion, coconut, banana, and today we are going with milk processing and value addition. And almost 39 districts from 16 states has been selected milk and milk products as the One District, One Product under this scheme. So this webinar is highly beneficial for this PMFME scheme beneficiaries. So today, actually, we got a very eminent personality. Like no one else is eligible or we can tell that suitable for inaugurating this seminar, none other than Sodhi sir, being the managing director of Amul, the largest food product industry in our country, and also having more than like almost 40 decades of experience in milk processing, and also having experience with the father of White Revolution, Dr. Varghese Kurian sir also. And I think I have read an article that last June, sir has been unanimously elected as the board member of International Dairy Federation, which is actually indeed a honor to all Indians. Being the largest milk producer in the world, this is actually a pride moment for all of us also to cherish with. And under sir's leadership, Amul has witnessed so much growth and also highly beneficial to the farmers also. So many activities sir has organized, like increasing the price of the milk to 140% to the farmers, and also the procurement increase from 91 liters per day to 91 lakhs liters per day to 250 lakhs liters per day. Like so many schemes are going on for the sustainable development of this dairy sector in India under Sir's leadership. So thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation immediately and also be with us for today's this inaugural session. On behalf of director, staff and students and also all the participants, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir, for this inaugural session. Next, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our director, sir, who is always there to support us, guide us, and motivate us. And like today also for this program, under sir's guidance only, we could able to organize it this way. So on behalf of all the participants and all the guests and delegates present here, I extend a warm welcome to our director, sir, for this inaugural session. Then next, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the speakers from various industries, institutions, and also all the participants across the country who is always supporting us for organizing such webinar series, and also all the heads of the departments, staff, as well as students and PMFME staff. A warm welcome to all. Once again, welcoming you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have with us our Honorable Director, Sir, Dr. C. Anand Ramakrishnan. Sir is the Director of Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, IFPT Thanjavur, from the year 2016. Before being appointed as the Director of IFPT, Sir was Principal Scientist and Coordinator for the Academy of Scientific and Innovative Research at CSIR CFTRI. Sir is having more than 2 decades of experience in research and administration. His research endeavors are well documented in the form of 150 impact factor publications with an average impact factor of 5.22, 2 international patents and 7 Indian patents. Sir is also the author of 8 books and 64 book chapters published by the coveted publishers, and he has supervised 11 PhD theses and more than 50 bachelor's and master's theses. Sir was awarded with the prestigious ICAR Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Award for the Outstanding Research in Agriculture Sciences in the year 2019 and also awarded with Tata Innovation Fellowship 2019-20 by DBT Government of India. Under his label, IFPT has won several laurels in the last 5 years and has also concurred with the INI standard in the Institute of National Importance under his able leadership. We welcome you, sir. I would like to invite you, sir, for the presidential address, please.
Thank you, Dr. Sunija and Silky. And first of all, I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Sodhi, sir. It is a really pleasure to inviting you to IFPT, sir. We requested other occasions we could not come. I think now at least you have accepted for this webinar under the web online. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, being with us today, sir. And I remember, sir, your talk in NIFTM graduation day address. You mentioned about how to do the marketing in that. You have to start from the home to the street to the town to the export market, and that still is going in my mind. That's what we have to bottom up approach always is the better, either marketing of the product, which one you wanted to do that. We need to go from the root from the top. I think that's what Amul success. We can see that is your mind and what you are taken into the Amul into the global stage. It is the pride for everyone. And today we are celebrating 75th year of our independence, and Amul's success also come along with that. Because when we wanted to say scientific success of our country, we can't take out Amul's success into that. And one more thing is the relation with IFPT and Amul still continues, sir. Our founder director, Dr. V. Subramania, when he was a director of Central for Technological Research Institute, CFTRI, Mysore, when his leadership only that Amul spray work was carried out at CFTRI and converted in world first buffalo milk into the Amul spray. And after his retirement, he started the IFPT institution here, and it's grown into the Institute of National Importance status to now. And it has the bigger relations with the IFPT and Amul and through the our Subramaniam sir. And in this day, we have to remember the 2 eminent personality like Dr. Subramaniam and Korean sir, all have worked a lot for our farming community. And having said that, today this ODOP, one district, one product concept is a unique concept brought by Government of India. It is not the new to the globe. It was started 1979 by the Japan and is a well success model. And there they implemented one village, one product. The same thing is brought into the India for the one district, one product concept, and other South Asian nations also implementing the similar concept for agri commodities. And if you look at, sir, our India's growth rate in the food processing sector is growing at the rate of 10% per year. And even during the pandemic situations, everybody was predicted it may go down, but it is never gone negative side. It is in turn, it has gone to the even positive growth from last April to now. It has gone even more than 20%. For example, ready to eat, ready to cook product is export market is increased to 35%. That's what the scenario. People are looking into the processed food. It is moving on to that direction. It's the ideal time. We need to expand our marketability of Indian produce, including the milk and all the perishables. That's what we are looking into. That not only that, India's food processing industry now it is the sixth in the size. Like total market size of 263 billion size now. Last May, what is the estimation is given by the KPMG is maybe going to be a $535 billion in another 5 years. We see the industry is going to be a double in size in the 5 years time. So huge. So how to capitalize the whole value chain in the food processing sector? That is the big challenge. And IFPT working with the Ministry of Food Processing Industry for implementing the PMFME scheme. And we are the one giving the capacity building and training to the all the micro food processing enterprises. What I said it, we are increasing the export market like almost 10% of the total export. What we have done in the 2019 is comes from the food and agri products. The total value, if you look at $39.5 billion worth of the products we are exporting. And the total size, the fifth in the size I'm setting, and out of that, 90% of the industries comes and the micro and medium food processing industries. And maybe the 10% of which is comes from the milk and milk processing industries. If you look at ODOP, and almost 39 states in the country have selected that whole district they wanted to promote to milk and milk processing, in which UPS, the leading district, almost 8 districts in the UP. Punjab is 4, Orissa is another 5 districts. They selected as the wanted to promote milk processing in that states. So that's what we wanted to give end-to-end solution for this micro food processing enterprises. What is the right now micro food processing industries are facing is the technical support, know-how, which is the machinery they wanted to use for producing the milk processing. So all these things we are trying to give guidelines from our online training mode. Once COVID is over, we wanted to go for the offline mode. Already most of the material we made it available in IFPT website. All the produce 137 ODOP products has been made available in the our website. If come to the milk, and maybe Sodhi sir can be give a picture about what is the whole milk business in India, because that is the pride, sir. Now, we just now I said about Japan model for ODOP, but whole world is talking Amul model for making the marketable from the grassroots to the whole value chain. So this is the what the success what Amul has done. So we wanted to replicate in other areas. Still, we are not able to do that. We need to go because this milk, if you God created emulsion, that is the very pure form of that matrix, how to collect from the reaching out to the end users as a consumer. It is a big challenge, and Amul is continuously doing such a job, and we need to expand that into the each and every village and every town. That's what this ODOP or the micro food processing enterprises we wanted to do it. And under this scheme, and government is supporting like a 10 lakh subsidy, and you have to invest only 3 lakhs rupees, and 10 lakhs will be given for the government subsidy, and 17 lakhs loan also arranged by the government. Just you need to apply through the online application mode. And if you are not able to do that, DRPs are available, district resource persons are available in each and every districts in our country. Just you have to reach out them, and the details of DRP also uploaded in IFPT and ministry website, and you contact them. They will help you to put application into that, and it's a very simple process. You will get government support for that. Apart from that, we are giving providing support for the farmers producers organization, self-help groups, cooperatives, and the value chain of the process itself is covered under the PMFME scheme. And we just 1 month before we celebrated 1 year completion of the PMFME scheme, and we wanted to make it this is the ODOP scheme is successful model, even better than what they have shown in the Japan model. That's what Ministry of Food Processing Industries are working. And this is the milk has been taken as the unique ODOP in the so many districts, because we made it 190 million tons of the production of the milk. It is not that easy. And we reached such a level. And I said, we need to keep it, even one drop of milk should not go in the waste. If it is not used, we have to convert as the value added product. For example, milk powder. This market is continuously increasing. The world market is around 38.1 billion milk powder market. And if you see that India's export comes around 12% last year, and compared to world export market of milk powder comes less than 4%. So in that scenario, how to convert is the 80% plus moisture to convert into the powder form. It is a great challenge, and we have the spray dryer techniques. Still, a lot of science has to be evolved onto that, how to make less air inflated particles, because millions of the particles sprayed into the spray drying converting into the powder form, and less denatured protein how to get, because milk protein denatured around 57.5, but how to make it less denatured proteins. So we need to understand particle temperature. These are the one we need to look, and IFPT or CFTR, a lot of our NDRI is working very closely on the particle histories and how to get quality milk powder from the spraying. Still, stickiness and thermal degradation during the drying. These are the problems we need to address, and a lot of technologies are already developed. And the yogurt market, another market is growing very, very rapidly, and especially for look at the low fat or totally free yogurt, the flavored yogurt. These are the other areas the market is growing, and micro entrepreneurs also can look into that. Such a technological adaptation will help them to reach out the larger market. And the ghee market, the second product in the milk after the liquid milk, that ghee market, and how to capitalize that ghee market. And apart from that, milk is the one medium we can easily fortify. Whatever, if you wanted to fortify even turmeric, Amul has been shown in the turmeric or curcumin fortified milk, even ghee, because turmeric is a fat soluble. So curcumin. So we can add into the yogurt or ghee, how to do that. This is the what we need to look in the larger picture. And food safety. And today we have the exclusive session on the food safety, because that is we have to ensure what is the drop of milk we collect at the same safety has to be maintained. All the purity should be given to the consumer. That means we need a kits to analyze the collection point as well as the final product. So how to find out the fat composition or the protein content. Even some of the cows is produce the beta carotene, the precursor of vitamin E. Some of the cows from the Haryana region, they produce the beta carotene. What is the kits are available to analyze the beta carotene in the form itself? That is the great challenge, and we can possible to do like a nanotechnological way. So that's what we need to put a lot of effort into that development of the small kits in the on form, the collection point, analyzing the things to avoid other contamination or something what people are trying to do. So we need to make sure the purity of the milk is delivered to the consumers. I hope today's so this has present to this conference, and so many people are participating, and we made it the today's program totally live from our website and social media. Thank you so much for everyone joining today's event. And once again, I welcome on behalf of ministry and my own behalf and the whole family of IFPT to the Sodisas to inaugurate this event. So thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable and informative thoughts with us. It's my profound pleasure to now invite our today's chief guest, Dr. R.S. Sodhi, sir, Managing Director at Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited, Amul. Dr. Rupinder Singh Sodhi, sir, is the Managing Director of Amul, which is the India's largest food products organization with annual turnover of more than rupees 53,000 crores during the year 2020-21. Dr. Sodhi, sir, has 39 years of rich experience in leading and developing cooperative sector within the Indian dairy industry, having served dairy farmers in several capacities. He has been responsible for creating the current structure of the Amul, Dr. Sodhi has worked under direct guidance and mentorship of father of white revolution, Dr. Varghese Kurin, and has ensured that values cherished by Dr. Kurin, such as integrity, dedication, courage, honesty, commitment to farmers and to the consumers, remain deeply ingrained in the culture of Amul. Sir has received honorary degree of Doctor of Science by Sri O.P. Kohli, the Honorable Governor of Gujarat and Honorable Chancellor of Anand Agriculture University on 21st December 2018 at 15th Annual Convocation. I would like to invite you, sir, to kindly address the gathering with your informative insights.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Ms. Silky Doda, for a wonderful introduction. Well, first of all, I'm thankful to the IFPT for giving this opportunity to me to share my thoughts with the budding micro food processing industry entrepreneurs. I'm honored that Dr. C. Anand Dharamkrishnan has really spoken good about whole dairy sector and as also opportunity in food sector, one district, one product opportunity. I'm extremely happy that in today's webinar, I see many eminent food scientists, academician, students, and also micro food processing entrepreneurs are there. I see, I don't know how many number is there, but last I said it was around more than 350. Well, this topic what you have chosen of how to make one product, one district, very, very successful concept for the, especially for the small and micro entrepreneur. And I was going through your invitation letter where you mentioned few words which really attracted me. One is milk processing, value addition, marketing, training, technologies, policies, etc. Well, I like to touch upon all these issues and what is my take on these issues, and there are other things also. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you that you are in an industry, food, which has no in future any recession threat or any downfall or any, you say, bubble will burst or like people keep talking. Because food processing or food industry is directly proportional to the number of stomachs we have got. And we know all over world, we have got more than 7 billion stomachs. India is 1.38 billion and by 2050 will be around 1.7 billion. So industry is going to grow and opportunities for the organized food industry is gradually increasing day by day because as industry is shifting more towards from unorganized, unpacked to the organized, opportunities for the food processing, value additions, and use of technology, supply chain efficiency, branding, marketing are improving. And so is the opportunity for the entrepreneur and the people who are associated with the whole supply chain. If today you talk about the whole food industry, it is the largest industry in India or in the world. If you talk about India, the value of food industry is around 40 lakh crore per annum. How much? 40 lakh crore. There's no industry as big as this. Out of that, next is the opportunity. Out of that 40 lakh crore, the organized is around 4 to 4.5 lakh crore. That is the only, you can say slightly above than 10%. So you can understand one way whole industry is going with the increase in the population and the more disposable income and consumption of the food, and that to better food that is protein and the fat rich. The other side, industry shifting from unorganized. So that is the opportunity from 4.5 lakh crore to the 40 lakh crore, which is growing at the rate of 4 to 5% volume basis and around 8 to 9% value basis. Now, out of that 40 lakh crore, if you talk about the industry from which I belong and which today you want to focus is basically dairy. Dairy is a part of animal husbandry. So out of 40 lakh crore, animal husbandry is around 11 lakh crore. Dairy is 8 lakh crore. Fishery is around 2 lakh crore and poultry is around 1 lakh crore. Among all the food industry, dairy is one industry which is maximum organized and also has got the opportunity. Out of that 11 lakh crore, 8 lakh crore of dairy, 2.5 lakh crore per annum is organized. Still, you can see more than 70% is unorganized. So that is the opportunity. So this 2.5 lakh crore is growing annually at the double digit. If I give you some, because today you are focusing on opportunity in food processing and value addition in dairy sector. So let us talk what is the present status of food process or dairy processing. I mean, among these various food sector, no doubt after Green Revolution 60, we had become self-sufficient in food, and now I think we have got plenty of paddy and wheat. Dairy, if you see, till mid-70s, because I remember during my mid-70s when I was in the alien car, those were the milk deficit years. Till mid-70s, India was milk deficit, depending on imports and scarcity of milk. In Delhi, if you are staying, you needed a ration card or a card to buy 2 half a liter bottles of milk. For that also you had to stand in 3 to 4 hours in a queue. That was used to be the case throughout India. During summer, all the milk products, sweets used to be banned in India, especially in North India, because of milk scarcity. We were mid-70s, 1/3 of USA and 1/8 of Europe, around 20-21 million metric tons. Then that time, mid-70s, the farmers, the policymakers, and the political leadership decided that we have to become self-sufficient. In today's world, it is called Atmanirbhar or Make in India. And what was the model chosen? Replication of already a very successful model in one part of India, that is Gujarat, Amul. Replication of that model across India through Operation Flood. And Dr. Verghese Kurian, you can see his pic, my mentor. He was given this task through National Dairy Development Board. And within next 21-22 years, India not only became #1 in the world and self-sufficient, and we crossed the USA also. And today, we are more than double than the USA with 200 million metric ton milk production, 25% more than the Europe. And we are growing at a rate of 5 to 6%, whereas world is growing less than 2%. And out of whatever 2% world is getting growth, 50% is coming from India. And today we are contributing 21% of world production. And the way we are growing, will be contributing another 10, 11 years, we'll be becoming 31% of world milk production. But opportunity is that out of that 200 million metric ton what we produce, or if you convert into per liter per day, it's a 54 crore liters per day we are producing. 54 crore liters per day. And out of that, this 54 crore liter per day, 11 crore liter is only coming into the organized sector. Like Amul is getting around today average is around 2.6, 2.7 crore liters. Balance is either 40% is consumed at home by the farmers or sold within the village. And out of the balance 60%, which is a surplus milk, 1/3 is going to organize and 2/3 is still going to unorganized. And this 54 crore liter per day in another 10 years, we will be producing around 90 crore liter per day. If not 90 crore liters. And the organized sector, which is getting today 11 crore liter, will be collecting around 30 crore liter per day in another 10 or 11 years. So that is the more or less 3 times expansion in organized processing sector. And you know how much investments and how much job opportunities it will create. For this addition of 19 or 20 crore liter, only in processing, I'm talking about dairy, investments of around 80,000 crore required. And same investment 80,000 crore is required in the backward and forward supply chain, that is bulk milk cooler, milking machines, or the cooling unit, or the refrigerator trucks, all the cold storage. So 1,60,000 crore investments in the dairy processing or dairy supply chain or organized processing will be there intended. So that is coming to the job opportunities. 1 lakh liter milk coming to the organized sector, 6,000 jobs are created. 5,000 jobs in the villages or the farm, because each farmer contributing around 20 liters milk per day with 2 or 3 animals. And the 20 liters of milk, a farmer can earn around 10 to 12,000 rupees after meeting all the expenses per month in a village, which is sufficient to take. And around 1,000 jobs are created in the supply chain in the urban sector, whether the milk collection, driver, milk processing workers, or the milk selling. So with that type of opportunity, I think dairy sector has got the maximum. No doubt food has got the maximum, but in food, dairy is the one sector where we can see that maximum opportunity exists. And because reason is simple. India, 68% people are residing in the rural India, and they are looking for the livelihood. India dairy is not a business, it's a livelihood. Because urban centers, there are very few jobs left for the semi-skilled or less educated people. Only jobs left are whether delivery boy or the salesman or the security guards. So we have to add, dairy is one sector where you can earn your livelihood without land. Today, out of the 100 million families who are dependent on dairy, around 70% are landless or 82% are landless and the marginal farmers. So India is growing, but if Bharat has to grow, animal husbandry and the food is the one sector which can provide very, very dependable, sustainable livelihood to rural India, and also the food to the 1.7 billion population, which may another 50 years, so that food security wise, India has not to worry, and we are not too dependent upon imports. Because if today India becomes deficit in food or dairy, you cannot imagine how much mess will control Indian economy. Today you can see in edible oil, we are importing around 75,000 crore rupees of edible oil. Another 1 lakh crore of we are importing of crude oil, and how much dependence day by day we are increasing. So in no case we can afford surrendering our 8 lakh crore or 10 lakh crore dairy sector to the imports. Now, what is the opportunity for small or micro entrepreneurs in this dairy sector? Well, Dr. Dhan Krishna has mentioned my talk in Nifty, and I always say that in dairy or in the food, there are a lot of opportunity. But let me tell you first, there are few words which I like to clarify, which are sometimes misunderstood, misinterpreted. One is value addition. See, people feel what is value addition is you buy a raw material at 50 rupees, do some processing, do some fancy packaging, have some very, very fancy marketing budget, or if bigger than celebrities, the 50 rupees product of food, after packing you sell at 200 rupees or 300 rupees is a very good valuation. No, sir, that is not value addition. Value addition you have to see from the consumer point of view. When consumer feels that whatever extra value I am paying for this processed or packed or branded product, it is delivering me the extra value which I am paying because of better raw material, standardized recipes, very shelf life which has got a better, I can store it, and it is convenient to buy near my home, whenever I want my home, in any season. So that is the value addition. I give you example, curd or dahi. I remember about 15, 16 years back when we wanted to shift consumers from homemade curd to the branded. Everybody said pack in a fancy packing, sell it at a retailer shop with 10-12% margin, and this thing. So that I'm talking about today, the 50 rupees, today milk is per liter cost is suppose 50 rupees a liter. The milk, the curd price was coming 120, 130 rupees kg. I mean, in today, value addition is good, 70 rupees. But consumer is not perceiving. Housewife will say, I can make same thing at buy Amul milk, put it in the night, morning, it is ready. But if same curd in standardized recipe, in good packaging available to the housewife at 60 rupees or 65, housewife will buy. And that is the real value. So, my dear, when you are looking for value addition food, you have to first consider India is a country of lower middle class. India is a country of masses. Both side masses are there. Production side also, consumption side also. So, if you want to be successful in whatever product, food or dairy you want, you have to see that whatever value addition you are doing, consumer likes it, consumer is ready to pay, and that value addition benefit going to the consumer as well as to the food grower or the food supplier. Today, I mean, everybody, especially in food processing industry, put by bringing lot of multinationals and other things, our food processing industry is growing. I know definitely it is growing, but who is earning the benefit of that? Is farmer is getting more price for his tomatoes or potato, which is supplying these wafers fellow or the sauce fellow? No, my dear. These people buy tomatoes when the prices are minimum. So, if we have to see, the Indian food industry will grow if the grower of the food is happy. If we share the value addition benefit or the wealth with the grower or the consumer. So today, reason for the success of Amul or the Indian dairy sector in the organized sector is same only. I mean, today, if you see one reason for the success of Amul, which is today India's biggest food company, I mean, 53,000 crore, we are much bigger than any multinational or any other Indian corporate, Indian FMCG or food sector. A reason is same, value for many, value for money. We try to give best price, remunerative price, sustainable price to the milk suppliers and also provide the best product with using the best natural ingredients, using the latest technology and packaging solution, and providing the products at the store, at the place, or at home where consumer want it. So when you provide best value to both the ends of the supply chain, once they are happy, you are successful and your business grows. So same is the thing that any micro entrepreneur, any small entrepreneur, if you want to be successful, you have to see how to reduce the margins or EBITDA or gross profit between the purchase and the sale price by making the operation very, very efficient. Second, I think is reason for success of Amul or any food product is the importance given to the supply chain marketing. The food is such a thing where you have to see that your supply chain is not only efficient, but also cost-wise also, whatever money you are spending on supply chain or margins, consumers and farmers are getting benefit. Branding and marketing is very, very important. When Amul started more than 60 years back, I mean, fortunately, Limited India is celebrating 75th. Today, Amul is also 75 years old. Amul was founded in October 1946, just little before India got independent at the time of Britishers. So we are also celebrating 75th anniversary of Amul and also 100th birth centenary of Dr. Varghese Kuri. He was also born exactly 100 years back, the same year. That is 1921. 26th of November 1921, Dr. Varghese Kuri was born. Branding, marketing is very important because that is the way consumer will recognize your brand and able to brand. And I like already Dr. Anand Dharam Krishna has mentioned that when generally any entrepreneur, anything, when they want to start the business, they feel that I have to become big. My brand should become big. But your topic, what you have chosen, one district, one product, I think for the dairy industry, for milk is a very, very hard. You don't need to go to even 2 talukas. If you want 100, 200 crore rupees business in dairy, you can do it as one part of a district. Because that is the opportunity. That is the opportunity. If you just collect 1 lakh liters of milk and sell milk or buttermilk or the curd or the flavored milk or the paneer or the extra fat with this thing, I mean, daily you can do a business of 50 to 60 lakhs. So 175 crore rupees business you can be just with the 1 lakh. And per district, average consumption of milk is around 8 to 9 lakh liters. And out of that 1 lakh liter getting is organized sector is not very difficult. So that is the opportunity. So you have to make your product local taste. Your product will be fresh. Make your brand or product available in your nearby area or in a street, in your city. Do brand building in a street or the city. Get 10, 20, 30% market share. Then add another nearby street or the mohalla or the city. And then unless you get 20, 30% of a market share of one area, please don't think going to other geography because otherwise that will add on your distribution cost as well as on branding and supervision cost. And naturally, it will put a stress on your overall margin. And then either you'll add on the consumer price or you reduce the raw material price. The other, I think, area which is very, very important is the adoption of the technology. I think in today, technology is such a thing in food is off the shelf is available. But consumers are looking for more of, when you generally in our mind, when you say process means, does not mean you have to do lot of processing means I mean, lot of handling of product, addition of some lot of chemicals, stabilizer, synthetic colors, fancy package. No, no, sir, that is not the processing. Today, market is shifting more towards fresh product. So in food or dairy, future is of fresh. So whichever product category you want to enter, please ensure, see how I can make fresh product in such a way and with using such a technology and packaging that freshness, taste, and the shelf life is intact. And technologies are available. What is pasteurization of milk? Pasteurized milk, you heat it, chill it, pack it, so that another 24 to 48 hours is right? Same is it, and keep it that when we sell curd or dahi, it is kept throughout in the chilled condition. So fresh product, consumer are shifting. And when you say one product, one district, one product, that is where any micro entrepreneur, small entrepreneur opportunity, because no national player or corporate player can make fresh product in each city. And today, you know, what is the biggest challenge Amul is facing? I remember in the 80s when I joined Amul and I used to walk in these two shops and used to watch a housewife buying food products. She used to prefer buying imported food products or multinational. That was the key. Imported food products are good for my family, for my kids, because they are using best material and is hygienic. Then came the national. I have to buy local within India because it's more fresh. But now consumer wants to buy product which is made, packed, available from my city only. So now brands are trying to become how to become local brand, not national or international. So that is the opportunity for the small entrepreneur, that you have got opportunity because you are locally available, you are sourcing local material, your market is local, your supply chain is local, your branding is local, and your eyes are local. You know the pulse of the local people, you know the taste of the local people, you know. So opportunity to have big business in small geography is in the food, whether you take any. And let me tell you, when you talk about food, which are the opportunities, you don't have to look anywhere. Just look at your home and kitchen. What are the things which are still unorganized, unpacked, or where your wife or your mother is stocking big quantities that in season it is not going to be available. So look for those opportunities. Look around, move around. You will get 1, 2 products. Just work on those products, whether dairy or other thing. Dr. Anandram Krishnan mentioned about CFTRI and Amul Association. I'll just briefly touch on that. See, till mid 70s, India was importing a lot of baby food, Nestle and Glaxo and other. And government of India, a lot of money was going abroad, and we had shortage of foreign currency. At that time, the finance minister told Nestle and other multinationals that why don't you manufacture your baby food in India? And they said, no, sir, Indian milk is not hygienic. We can't take risk of feeding baby food made of Indian milk. So that time, Dr. Kurian was saying this task, that government of India, that why don't you develop Indian baby food? And with the help of CFTRI in Mysore, the formula was developed, and this is the first time in the world baby food was developed not only using buffalo milk, but using only milk. Well, today if you buy any of baby food has got two, because you are the food side, there are two things. One is infant milk food and one is an infant formula. Infant milk food is made purely and purely out of milk. It has got milk, it has got sugar, it has got essential vitamins. Fortification. But if you see the ingredient list on any infant formula, it has got all those refined palm oil, maltodextrin, very less of skim milk powder, lot of additives, and sold at 3 times more than the infant milk food. But that is because of perception made and through promotion through the doctors. I mean, although as per WHO you can't promote baby food, but somehow people are able to do it. So I see I've crossed my time. So I like to say that for any micro food or small food entrepreneur, opportunity is there in food, but or packed food or dairy, especially if you want to consider one district one. But what is required for any food industry or any startup is one is the leadership which entrepreneur has to give, adoption of technology, using the best professional, best technocrats to run this organization, and also from day one, importance to be given to the marketing and branding. And with these words, I'd like to thank the IFPT for giving this opportunity. And I think that you have chosen a very right topic to guide your people. Instead of looking for the jobs, look in your district, in your city, the opportunity to become the entrepreneur. And food and dairy is one enterprise where sky is the limit. I mean, where I say one district, one product, you can have 10 district, same product for 20 district. I mean, today Amul is all over India, and those is one product, which is milk, and 53,000. So that is the opportunity the food or the dairy sector has got in India, thanks to our 1.35 billion stomach, which will be 1.7 billion, who wants to buy more and more food, packed food, available food, affordable food, and food with the nutrition, and food with the purity, and food with the naturalness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring us with your such informative and enlightening words. It's an honor and a privilege to have you with us, sir, for the today's webinar. Now, I would like to invite Dr. D.V. Chidanand, sir, Assistant Professor and Head at IIC IFPT for a formal vote of thanks, please.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. R.S. Sodhi sir, Managing Director Amul, and Dr. C. Anandramakrishnan sir, Director IAFPT, and resource persons and faculties and students and participants. Good morning to all. I deem it a great privilege to extend vote of thanks in this event. On behalf of IAFPT family, I sincerely thank our Chief Guest, Dr. R.S. Sodhi sir, who has made his gracious presence in this today's program in spite of his busy schedule. Also, he explained very nicely for the opportunities for the micro dairy entrepreneurs, and also explain the unique opportunity, successful story of Amul. So once again, thank you, sir. And then we'd like to thank our director, sir, Dr. C. Anandramakrishnan, for his continuous support for organizing this event in a fruitful manner. And also, we are extremely thankful to all resource persons. They are going to deliver valuable inputs during this event. And also, we'd like to thank all the participants from all over India who are all participating in this program. And also, I mentioned deep sense of gratitude to all head departments, faculties, and staffs for their valuable input for making the program successful. And also, a special thanks to our PMFME team and also computer team for their support. So once again, thank and honorable present in this program. So Jai Hind. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.